Welcome to Techstination. Joining us again is Patrick Sherwin, the founder and CEO at GoSun Stove. Thanks for joining us, Patrick.
Always great to be here, Fred. Thanks.
We've got some exciting news to talk about, but first, let's chat about one of the products that's been on the market for a little bit now. That really, I guess you could say, is a great barbecue replacement for folks who don't want the smoke and mess. It's the GoSun grill. Give us an overview of what it is.
Yeah, we've come up with a way to continue to cook outdoors without all the drama related to the fire. The GoSun grill runs exclusively on the sunshine, and it pretty much does the same thing. Cooks a meal in about an hour. The meal can be made for 8 people at once. Utilizing a vacuum tube, essentially a vacuum creates a perfect insulation layer so that sunshine, no matter what the cold, what type of temperature it is outside, it can be freezing, windy. As long as you have the light, you can get up to temperatures to cook typical temperatures as an oven at home, around 350 degrees. And the meals stay really nice and juicy and succulent. The heat trapped in the tube can stay for hours, so you can have a meal kept in there if you're not ready to eat and wait till you're ready. It all is based on a piece of space age technology that I leveraged. Was originally a solar hot water heater, and we're using them now for cooking, and they're really unsurpassed, making fuel-free cooking viable and convenient for the first time ever.
And the GoSun grill is the largest model you have. You've implemented the technology in some smaller cookers in the past, the GoSun Sport and the GoSun Go.
Right. Yeah. So we have a stair step starting at about $100, working on up to the grill, which is around $700. Basically cooking for one on up to cooking for eight. We even have a scale above all of that, a GoSun station. It's a commercial device that can cook a meal for, I think it's around 50 people at once. And I'm working on that idea to get it on the road, get it on wheels, on a trailer. So we can build a disaster relief trailer that can feed around 100 people per hour and carry around 3,000 meals at a time. So that might be interesting for FEMA or American Red Cross.
That sounds exciting. So that's in development, and you've been active in the past in helping with disaster relief. We'll just throw that in there for folks.
Yeah, right. We're doing a partnership with the American Red Cross and trying to do more. Our technology is particularly helpful because it's off-grid and completely self-sufficient, and everything we're building aligns with that. So, cooking without burning, and infinitely as long as there's sunlight. I did a fun thing last year when I turned 40 where I cooked exclusively on our technology for 40 straight days just to prove how reliable it was. And then we're doing like charging for devices through the sun and lithium ion battery storage. And then that leads us to our next product launch, which will address refrigeration and storing food and beverage.
Well, it sounds terrific. Tell us a little bit about that. What you're going to be announcing in the pretty near future.
Yeah, this GoSun Chill is a portable cooler that can run on the sun. And I know that sounds unlikely, but with the advent of brushless DC compressor motor technology, lithium ion energy storage, and highly efficient photovoltaic cells, we're able to store enough energy and keep the compressor is highly efficient and well insulated. Keep the compressor running all day with just a little 2-pound lithium ion battery. And it's just unbelievable. You can store a couple cases of beer, but basically you don't have to worry about ice anymore is where this technology is really going to affect the consumer level. A 2-pound lithium ion power bank replaces a 20-pound bag of ice. Throw a couple cases of beer, turn the thing on. You'll have 14 hours of cold, like down to 40 degrees, which is a cold beer. And then in other cases, you can plug it into a 12-volt port on a car, boat, or RV. You can use an AC adapter to plug it in at home or like in the shed. And basically having refrigeration available at a much lower cost and a much lower energy consumption than the incumbent. And of course, the incumbent of the cooler or the $400 fashion cooler, that's kind of unnecessary because in those cases you're still mucking around with ice and melting, and food tends to get pulverized and all kind of nasty when you deal with melted ice. And so GoSun's now taking on the refrigeration space.
Cool, very literally. Now, tell me when you expect to have that available for people, and do you know anything about pricing yet?
The product will be launching on crowdfunding. GoSun really leverages crowdfunding a lot when we first release, and that will be happening later this spring. And then um, we'll have the product available in the summer here, 2019. And finally, pricing. Retail pricing will approach around $700, including the cooler and the power bank and all the necessities to run it both off grid and on AC or 12 volt. And then there's different accessory options that will include a solar powered table. Essentially, it's a table surface where we integrated a 60-watt photovoltaic panel, which can then be used also as a table. And we have a flexible solar panel that also attaches to the cooler when space is more limited. So the whole package, including a GoSun Fusion, which is our hybrid solar cooker that runs also on 12 volt and can use the same power bank as the cooler. That whole package approaches $1,200. I think special deals that are available on Indiegogo in about a month will give you 30-40% off. So that's a good opportunity for folks. But yeah, I mean, we'll be really excited to kind of round out our kitchen offering. So from cooking to charging to cooling, and then we're working on some other exciting efforts to kind of complete the outdoor kitchen that remains portable and off grid.
Oh, you guys don't stop. Now, the GoSun Fusion, you alluded to it a minute ago, is coming to market very soon. You've had that on crowdfunding, right?
Yeah, we launched the Fusion in the summer of 2018, and we're under production now. It's a really exciting unit. I took our first prototypes recently on some travels, and I was down in the Caribbean without a lot of access to food. I mean, I'm on this remote island where it's kind of painful to go to a restaurant and I didn't bring a portable stove, or I wasn't going to muck around with a barbecue. So we were island hopping around and basically jumping onto beaches and spending the day in the water, and would otherwise go hungry or eat coconuts. But we brought the GoSun Fusion, and every day while we were on the beach, we would cook our lunch and dinner. And then if we had any trouble with cooking, if we didn't have enough sunlight, we were able to plug it into the cigarette port in the car and continue the cooking. And so we literally ate on the thing every single day. It's about 10 pounds. It's enough food for 5 people. It takes 1 hour to cook. It's really compact, highly durable. And the price point on that will be $499 when available in July. And people can still pre-order the GoSun Fusion at our website, gosun.co.
And the capacity is smaller than the grill, right?
It
Doesn't
is slightly smaller. The tube size on the grill is about a 5-inch internal diameter, and the Fusion will be about a 4-inch internal diameter. But we've changed the cooking tray configuration. So the cooking tray is more large and open on the Fusion. So in many cases, you can get as much food in the Fusion as you can the grill. So we expect the Fusion to kind of once again disrupt our previous offerings. We have this problem with every innovation, is that we disrupt what we made last year. I guess if anybody's going to disrupt your market, it should be you.
really exciting. And the other product that we should mention is really an accessory. You've got a digital thermometer that works with this, I guess, to give people some sense of, okay, it really is done now.
Yeah, that's right. Our the cooking environment is pretty unique. You're cutting food up, putting it into a stainless steel tray that's shaped a bit like a canoe that slides into a glass tube that's this vacuum tube. The oven is sort of this horizontal pipe. And so you often don't see what's inside or how well it's cooking. You can always take a look by pulling it out or by just looking for steam pouring out. A meal will smell cooked when it is cooked, and that's a great indicator. But for those who want a little bit more information, a Bluetooth thermometer essentially gets a probe gets put into the food, and you can use your phone through our app. It's GoSun Thermo, and there's a bunch of presets in the app depending on what you're cooking, and then it'll send an alert to your phone and say it's done, so you don't have to worry about it, and you can go about doing something else while you're cooking.
Terrific. And for more information on all this, folks can go to gosun.co. Great stuff. And thank you, Patrick, once again for taking the time with us.
Oh, thank you again, Fred.
Now this. How many companies out there have continued to innovate when it comes to building a better radio? I'm Fred Fishkin, host of Techstination, and I'm here to tell you about the new CC Skywave SSB radio from the wonderful people at C. Crane. Bob and his crew really love radio, and it shows in this new compact model that is packed with features. Beyond great AM and FM reception and sound, you can tune into shortwave signals from around the world, listen to ham radio operators, aviation, and more. It's the radio you'll turn to every day, and in emergencies. It will run for nearly 3 days on just 2 AA batteries. Pair the sleep timer with the new Soft Speaker 3, and you've got the perfect radio for your nightstand. Of course, it can wake you up too. Click on Crane at Techstination.com and put in the code Techstination for a free flashlight with your order. They love radio, and you'll love Crane.